Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Water 2 podcast. I know uploads have been a bit less consistent, but like I said in the last
Hey
one,
yo, what is good, guys?
we
Well,
are
today's talking about boring uploading shit. I'm going to introduce the I'm just gonna say what's good. Um, like what's dipping in the hood shit. Um, how we cutting on this crib. You go back to what you're saying, Tay.
okay. So I know uploads have been a bit inconsistent, but we're trying to get some higher quality stuff out. We've been taking a lot more time to plan out our videos. I know the editing is still kind of basic, but I'm trying to incorporate more and more stuff, try new things. You know, But there's a lot of work going in behind it. I know right now it kind of just looks like we're not doing much, but I promise big stuff is coming. We're working on it, so stay tuned. But yeah. So in this podcast, Cars and I are gonna have a bit of a debate. Cars debates live.
All right, so this very smart intellectual, without insulting, said people who are rich are never sad.
Yes.
He said there's no such thing as a sad rich person. And I said, hey, yeah, I love you, man. This is exactly what I said, by the way, word for word. Are you fucking retarded? That's what I said.
Baseball guys canceled.
You see, yeah, I don't. No. All right. Listen, money only fixes certain issues. Okay. If I'm a rich person, I'll start off with the obvious, and then I'll go a little more complicated. If I'm a rich person, and my fucking like wife or parents or child dies, I'm gonna be fucking sad.
Okay, but I'm not saying that. Obviously, you can have sad days. I think it's sad when anyone dies. But I'm saying more like there's no such thing as being stressed and rich. You don't have to worry about your job. You don't have to worry about taking care of your family. It's kind of just, let's go buy groceries. I don't care how much they cost. I'm hungry. Let's go buy it. Oh, I want a new thing. Let's go buy it. Rather than like, oh my god, how are we gonna pay the bills for this week? We can't even put food on the table. What's happening? That kind of like sad. And plus, you can't be depressed and rich. That's the thing.
Yes, yes, you can. Say, Tay, you, you just said you didn't have to worry about your job. That might have been the funniest thing I think I ever heard. All right, bro. When you're rich, your job's difficult. Very difficult. If you're rich, you're running a difficult job. You're running
Mm,
a lot of stuff.
it
People like
depends. It
people
depends.
like Elon Musk. People like Elon Musk get 4 hours of sleep. Okay?
Okay, but
Yes,
that's
they have to worry
different.
about
That's
taking care
different.
of their family. You may be rich. That doesn't mean there's not going to be issues in your family life or connections or fights. Your job is going to be very fucking stressful. Actually, your job's going to be more stressful than someone without money. Yes, they're going to have to worry about how much money they're making from their job, but your job is going to be more complicated and stressful. Okay? And I'm a fucking. I'm sorry. I gotta speak for myself here. I don't want to fucking talk about this on the podcast, but I kind of want to use it to win this debate. So
Oh my god.
it's a personal thing, but I can win the debate with it. I don't know if I should whip it out.
Forbidden technique. Hey yo, Rose whipping it out on the podcast. Damn, bro.
Yo, hey yo, sus.
Mm,
All right,
You
all
said
right,
you
wait,
gotta
wait,
whip it out, bro. That was not me.
all right, wait. I don't want to say this so badly.
Look, but like what I'm saying is, bro, if
Look,
you're rich enough, you can retire. Like that's the thing. Like Elon
T,
Musk can retire at any
T,
moment.
T. You do realize that Elon Musk cannot retire at any moment. Elon Musk has contracts signed. Elon Musk has shit to do,
Okay,
and
yeah.
he
Okay,
leads
obviously
many
contracts are
projects.
different, but if
Elon
I'm
Musk, no. Elon Musk can't wake up one day and go, "Yeah, guys, I'm bored. I'm quitting." He has to fucking train people. He has to say like 10 years prior that he was quitting his company. He cannot just wake up and say, "Yep, I'm quitting being the CEO of all of this. Good luck running the company,
Not,
everyone.
but
Goodbye."
that's not
No,
what I'm
you
saying.
have to manage it.
I'm not saying you just dip. I'm not like saying that at all. I'm not saying, yeah, okay, I made $1 million, I'm quitting for life. I'm saying like at a certain point you don't need to work anymore. If you have $1 billion, you can just step down from your role, have like a minor thing, like still have a job, obviously, but a lot more relaxed and like at your own pace. You know what I mean? Just like own.
If you're running a company, you do need to work
No,
because
but
the
I'm
entire
not saying
point
you run it.
you
I said you step down. Like, bro, once you have $1 billion, what like more do you need? Like,
to
obviously, a
run your
billion is
billion
just an
dollar company.
okay.
Can I
If
say
you,
something about $1 billion company? The
I'm not
management it takes for that
okay. I'm
is
not.
something that probably only someone like you could withhold. And you have contracts signed with people with your fucking name on them.
Bro, I'm
You
not.
can't just go, no, no, no. What are you saying? What are you saying?
You're looking at it from the wrong standpoint. I'm not saying you leave a company that you started. I'm not saying you just randomly dip and then let the company go to hell. I'm not even saying that. I'm just saying if you're rich as fuck, you don't need to work any high level positions. You just invest your money and then your passive income is just going to be the return on investments. Like that's literally it.
Okay, the money you're investing is coming from a high level position
No,
that you
no,
have
no,
to work
no.
hard to also work
Okay,
up to.
obviously yes. But I'm not saying I'm not like trying to say career wise. I'm saying any rich person working or not working cannot be depressed ever.
Bro, it's just not true. And I want to use personal experience so badly because I know people, all right? Bro, my fucking okay, I'm gonna use my uncle. Uncle made $3 million a year at one point, which is a lot. Okay. Um,
Mm-hmm.
my uncle got stressed. He started stress eating. Started having thoughts of suicide. It takes pressure to run a high position. It's not just ooh money and fun. If you were saying I won the lottery, I'd be like, okay, sure, it'd be easy. High level positions, you have to communicate with hundreds of people. You have to build and constantly come up with new ideas. Hundreds of people are expecting things from you. Same with being an actor. I can name so much singers, actors that have committed suicide because it has all been too much. And bro, as I said, they have contracts. The record deals say you gotta fucking go on tour every year. Not you can put you want to lay back.
No, but again, that's not. I'm not. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying. I'm not like looking at this from the I run a company. I'm just saying if you're rich, you don't need to worry about finding jobs. You don't need to worry about paying bills. That's all I'm saying. Obviously, if you're currently working in a high position, that's completely different. Obviously, any kind of job is stressful where there's high expectations. But I'm saying, if me right now,
But
I know,
that's
no,
every
no,
job you get.
look. If I right now had $1 trillion, my life would be stress free for the rest of my life. Like, I would never have
Okay,
another stressful day.
okay,
Obviously, it's different
A,
because I'm not working for it, but you know what I mean.
okay, like I doubt it would be stress free for the rest of your life because obviously things are gonna happen. What if someone in your life? What if a girlfriend breaks up with you?
Okay, but
What
that
if
has
your
nothing to do
parents
with
die?
money. That has nothing to do with money, though. That's the thing.
Okay, you said someone with money can't be depressed. You said that. You didn't say someone with money can't be worried about money. Yes, no shit. All right. You said they can't be depressed, and my life would be stress free. Not money wise. You didn't say stress free money wise. You said stress free. Period.
Yeah.
Now, see, my point here is that you're not getting $1 trillion tomorrow. Hey,
No, I'm
the
not saying I
only
am. That is it's
no,
an
and
example.
I know I'm not fucking saying that you're expecting that either, obviously. But my point being is that you gotta work for money, and that induces stress. It induces stress once you have money. And heck, bro, if I had $1 billion, I'd be stressed out of my mind. What the fuck am I gonna do with $1 billion?
Bro, but like
What do you
that's
mean
like
I
the
won't be
least of your
stressed?
priorities. Like,
I have $1 trillion in my bank account. I'm gonna be stressed as fuck. What do I do
why?
with all of that?
Why would you be
I'm not
stressed?
okay because I have basically unlimited money with $1 trillion. Okay, I spend it on charities. I cause inflation if I spend too much of it. What the fuck
Bro,
do I
I'm
do?
not saying
It's
you go
actually very
crazy.
stressful
I'm saying
managing
like
$1 trillion.
to live a normal life with $1 trillion, it's just like
You would spend it like crazy, and you can't deny that. You could say now, like, oh, I just live my normal life until you see a nice car you want, and then it evolves. If you have unlimited money, you're gonna spend it unlimitedly, and you're gonna fucking Mansa Musa that shit, create inflation. You're also gonna say, is it my job with all this money to donate to charities and events? And if so, like, you're gonna feel like you have basically the world on your back with $1 trillion, bro.
that's just perception though. That's not reality. Like I feel like that's not really justifiable. Cause like yeah, you got $1 trillion. Like okay, you know what I mean? Like I got like any kind of money in your bank account doesn't mean there's expectations. Cause if no one knows, then it's like just another day.
Okay,
Like it's like
bro,
going
you
around
already
right now.
talked
No
about.
one, you don't talk to people about your bank balance. Like no one knows their own like sorry, everyone knows their own bank balance, but no one knows anyone else's. Like that's
Okay,
obviously hmm,
you have unlimited money. All right.
yeah.
You see a picture of a child in Africa starving and a donation tab. You're gonna see that. Are you gonna want to donate to the child in Africa starving with your
Obviously,
trillion
but
dollars?
like you should be donating regardless of how much money you have.
But then you say, if I'm donating too much to charity, I'm gonna cause inflation, which is gonna cause
How do you
hardships
cause
for other
inflation to
families.
with charity?
Bro, no shit, you cause inflation with charity. I'm donating to a food bank. They gotta buy the food. If I'm donating $20 billion to stop world hunger, all that food's gotta fucking be produced. Like,
Okay, but like you're not putting $1 billion into it. Like how much would you put into
but
it?
my point is the fact that you have unlimited money. You're gonna feel guilt every time you see something bad happening in the world, and you're not giving your unlimited money to it. That's what I'm saying is
Well,
gonna be stressful about $1 trillion.
I'm not
Like,
saying you neglect it though. Like I'm not saying you
people
just
aren't
turn the other
going.
way.
Okay, people aren't gonna agree with this because they don't know what it feels like to have $1 trillion. Because you can't really fathom $1 trillion because it's so much money. It's unlimited money in today's society, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna be hella stressed with that shit. I'm telling you, bro. We're not meant to have unlimited money and everything we want. Otherwise, we'll start worrying about other things. That's human nature. Humans can't go their whole lives without worrying. Because
Uh,
the whole point of humans is we were supposed. Okay, why do you think our problem switched from building shelters to does she look at me in the hallway? It's because we always find new problems for ourselves. And this is human science. We will always find a new problem for ourselves. Oh, I got a scratch on this limited edition car that I fucking spent $60 million on.
yeah, but that's
People will
different.
always. It's not different.
Like worrying for no
You can.
reason is different than worrying for a reason.
But everyone in life is going to worry for. And you could say that you're worrying for a valid reason depending on who you are. Am I worrying if I'm worrying that a girl is going to talk to me the next day at school? Technically, yes. Is it for a good reason? To me, yes. I mean, you can't say that someone's worrying is not important over someone else's.
No, I'm not like going against that. I'm just saying, like,
Wait,
obviously you
you're a
want it.
god. You're a god with $1 trillion, dude. You're a god. You're not a normal Canadian citizen that only spends it on the stuff you need. You're a god. You can control the world with $1 trillion.
Yeah,
That's what
okay,
I'm
but
trying
I'm
to say.
saying in the reality where you don't and you just live comfortably, you can never have another bad day.
But hey, yes, you can. You can get in fights. People can dump you as your best friends.
Okay,
You can
but
have
that
plenty of
that
problems.
happens to anyone. That happens. I'm saying financially, like 99% of the stress in people's lives are because of work or expectations or
And
whatever.
B,
You say Hep
live
B?
a normal life with $1 trillion. No. I said like I'm listing A and B. There is no world where you live a normal life with $1 trillion. I'm sorry. Like you're saying in a world where it's just not how it's gonna work.
Well, it depends who. Like, obviously 90% of
I
people
don't.
are gonna go
I'm
crazy.
telling you, there is no one on this planet, and I would put money on it. who wouldn't get stressed over the idea of having unlimited money after it gets put into their bank accounts, who wouldn't try to give it away to all their family members, make everyone around them rich. Eventually, it gets to someone because also, if you have so much money, how do you know people actually care for you and want you for you?
Bro, that's
That's
why
another
that's
thing
what
about
I'm
people.
saying. I'm saying no one would know if you just randomly got it.
Okay, and your dad, you're not gonna get your dad his dream car. You have unlimited money.
Well, no, obviously I would, but I'm saying like I wouldn't go crazy buying every single thing I see left and right. I would just make the people I care about happy, take care of everyone,
But
and
hey,
then I just live a normal life without having to work 9 to 5 every day and struggling to pay bills.
it's easy to say that when you don't have $1 trillion, that you wouldn't spend it on everything you see. Again, it's unlimited. It doesn't hurt your wallet at all. You see something you like, I guarantee you're gonna get it. It's a different mindset. That's what I'm trying to say. It's easy to say it when you don't actually have the $1 trillion. When you do, it's a whole different mindset.
No, I know what you mean.
Because
I know what you mean. Like I get what you're saying. Like yeah, I've 100% been there before where you have like there's no downside of getting it. Like what do you have to lose? I get that. But I'm saying like apart from that, it wouldn't be that bad. And I feel like some people, especially with maturity, won't just be like, yeah, let's buy that. Like you don't see all the billionaires right now being like, okay, oh my god, new pair of shoes, let's go crazy and buy every single pair.
they made their money. The $1 trillion wasn't put into their account. But also, Tate, the billionaires have thousands of people managing their money.
No, I mean their
$1 trillion.
personal wealth. I'm not saying money through a business. I'm saying you open your private bank account. Just you, only you can access it. Only your money, like the money you make when you work, goes straight into your own bank account. Connected to your social security number. That money, if you had a bunch of that, then you'd be fine.
And Tate, you think you can manage $1 trillion too? That's the next point I was gonna get on. Do you know
Absolutely.
Elon Musk has like 200 accountants?
Bro,
You can't.
but that's also
It's
business
so much
wise. If
money.
like I'm not trying to make a business side of this though. Obviously there absolutely is. But like when I say it, I'm not saying like, oh, you can live stress free if you have $1 trillion, except you'd have to run a business and yada. I'm just saying if you had $1 trillion, you'd be good.
Yes, you
Absolutely.
still can't manage that. You will go crazy.
I
I am
don't
telling
I
you,
don't think
you
you
will
will.
get a god complex. I am telling you, you will get a god complex. You will go insane with $1 trillion. And
I don't think so. I
bro,
honestly don't think so.
it's human science. You will go fucking insane. If you can spend money on everything you see left and right in your life, the idea of never having to work for something defeats human satisfaction. You will go fucking insane. That's what I don't think people understand that because they think it would be nice in life if I didn't have to work a job. But one of the 5 keys to human happiness is satisfaction. And without it, without the idea of working for anything, like, you're cooked, dude. You are cooked. Even like there is nothing you work for anymore with $1 trillion.
That's not
You as a
necessarily
human,
true.
what am I working for with $1 trillion?
But then you have time to do your own stuff. Like people have hobbies outside of work.
But like what?
Like us, we do this, right?
We do YouTube. I could pay an editor a bunch of money. I'm
No,
never learning
but
anything
I'm
from what
saying
I'm
like
doing.
right now we are not getting paid to do this. Right?
No shit, we're doing.
We're doing this for us, right? And it doesn't matter if we like had money or not, right? Like we both have jobs, but that doesn't
Bro,
mean that we're gonna stop doing this, right?
if you had $1 trillion, you wouldn't think that way because you'd be like, oh, I could pay an editor and make the videos better.
But if we're
I could
already
pay
doing this
hundreds
for
of
no
dollars.
money, then clearly money's not a factor.
No,
If you
sorry, what'd you say?
if you don't do a thing for money, like if you play, like I play the guitar, I don't play the guitar in hopes of being a huge, super big, huge guitar player. I play it because I enjoy playing it. It's fun. I like
But what
improving at it.
satisfaction of man are you gaining for playing the guitar?
What do you mean?
I mean, yeah, it's fun. It's fun. You will get to do things for fun with $1 trillion. That's not what satisfaction is. I'm not talking about hobbies. Satisfaction, especially for men, it's very important in men, is like completing things and working hard. I built a garden in my backyard. That's satisfaction. With $1 trillion, bro, I could fucking build a house that's just a garden. I will like the idea of laziness. I will never be able to do things myself. I'll never learn again in my life. There's no point for me to learn jack shit anymore. You will disconnect with everything. It's not good.
I think that really
It's
depends
really
on the
not.
person. It really depends on the person, though.
The billionaires don't have a billion pocketed. It all runs through their fucking net worth. Like they don't just have a billion pocketed either. And even those guys, they're smart people. That's why they're the ones that get to have $1 billion, because they're able to handle the absolute insanity that that much money can drive.
I don't think so. Like, obviously, depending on the person, it will obviously be a different experience with the money. But like me, I just put time into what I want to put time into. Like, you
But then
spend,
you're just do.
but
But then you're just doing hobbies.
you spend like eight
Spending your
hours
life
a
just
day
doing hobbies
working just to struggle is not it. Like
it's
everyone
not
has
what I'm
stuff they
saying
want
though.
to do.
It's not the
I'm
point of
not.
this
I'm not.
conversation.
I know, but I'm not saying you go crazy and just pay your whole life. I'm not saying you go like. I'm not saying you everything you do you just find the best like price for it and just buy it. Like it doesn't matter. Just I want this done. Okay, how much do I have to pay for it? I'm saying
That's exactly what you do.
no. I would like do the stuff you want to do. Spend more time playing the guitar. Spend more time
But
upgrading the
here's the
videos.
thing.
Like that kind of stuff. Like have
Here's the
more
thing.
time with your passions.
It's easy to say that it would be great to never have to worry about money. And listen, it's not nice to work. It's not, and I understand that. I've had to fucking work a job all summer that I hated. It was terrible. I had to work for 8 hours. It was a small, hot room, no air conditioning, smelled like beer. All right, listen. If I had to do that for the rest of my life, I'd be depressed. But here's the thing. It doesn't mean, and that I'm telling you, this $1 billion. Focusing on your passions isn't just what you have to do in life. The entire point of life is you also have to do duties and other sorts of stuff. What about taking care of your family? You may be like, "Oh, I take care of my family. I'm a great man." My point here is that you could before you get the $1 trillion, what you would and wouldn't do. You don't fucking know what you're gonna do when that shit goes in your balance, dude. You will literally look at the world as an entirely different place if you have $1 trillion. You're no longer gonna view it as you do now. You're gonna
Uh,
view the world as yours. The world is yours. That's it. You could buy any houses, any things. The world is yours. You will develop a god complex. That is what I'm trying to say.
but no, the thing is, I feel like that's only for certain people. It's the same people that buy mansions. Like you don't need every single room. Like it's the
But bro,
people that prioritize form over function.
no man is going to just get unlimited money. And maybe there's like 100 like monks who've really focused on their psyche, like monks out there that would help the world. I could tell you, no normal human is going to fucking get the $1 trillion and just live their normal life without having to worry about money with it.
I think
And
I
I could,
would, 100%.
I, dude, I'm telling you, and like it's, I would like, you would go insane. You get the money, you could say, oh well, now I could pay off my house, but eventually you start realizing you could pay everything, anything you want. It gets in your head. That's what you're not understanding. You like, it's good. It's not good. And I want y'all in the comments to like, kind of agree with my point here. I've repeated this 5 times. You don't understand this obviously because you don't have the money. But like, I've like learned a lot. My parents study psychology. It's not good for human psychology to have everything they could ever want. It's just not. And you might say, "Oh, my passions though. I want to pursue my passions." But eventually you get bored of your passions because your passions aren't rewards anymore. Your
That's
passions
not
aren't.
true. I'm not like working. Like that's the thing. You work to sustain, but I'm saying there's other stuff you can do. Obviously, yeah, it feels really rewarding after a long, hard week to just come home, relax for the weekend. But I'm not saying you just no don't do anything for your life. You do other stuff. Like a lot of people, like charity is free. Like surprisingly, charity they don't sell anything. You could just start a charity. You want to help people. You want a purpose. You do that. I'm not saying you just sit there and be like, oh well, I'm rich as
If
fuck.
you had a
Might as
charity
well
worth
just
a
not do
trillion
anything.
dollars, I would argue you're not even helping people. If you're donating trillions of dollars to people, and obviously you're helping them, like, theoretically, yes, you're helping them, but I would argue that it's not coming from you being a good person. It's just coming from you not knowing what to do with your money. That's my, like, dude, it's, wait, I'm telling you, like, your passions would disappear after 1 year. You,
Then you just get new
it's,
ones. Bro, do you still love the same stuff you loved when you were like 5 years old?
and you know what those new passions are? You know what those new passions are? Those new
Well,
passions are whatever the fuck you want to do with your money, and you're gonna
that's
try
the
to
thing.
keep
Life
it
isn't about
from.
money. That's not why I said that like you would be stress free. I'm saying you'd be stress free because you'd be able to do what you want, not because you would be able to spend a bunch of money. The
But
only
my
thing
point
like
here
one
is being able to do what you want isn't what humans were meant to do.
but like it's freedom. You don't have to work for anyone. You can do what you want to do. Like I would much rather have $1 trillion and all that stress than have to work. Like let's say I got a kid. Like when the baby's born, it's the mom who spends all the time with the kid because the dad's at work most of the time. Obviously some exceptions, but I would love to be there every single day, right? I would
Well, let me
much.
ask you something.
Hmm.
Well, two things. One, um, is have you tried the $1 trillion route?
Huh?
It's easy to say you'd like it when you haven't tried it. Because I'm telling you, there's a world where it drives you insane, and you go, "Cars was right. I wish I lived a normal life."
No, no, not at
And
all.
there totally is. Because, bro, that kid you're not gonna be able to take care of normally. That kid could get whatever they want. That kid's gonna grow up to be a fucking just like you. That kid's gonna grow up to go insane.
Bro, no, no, but
That
you
kid's
wouldn't
just as
spoil
fucked
your
as you.
kid. You wouldn't spoil your kid.
You wouldn't spoil your kid with $1 trillion.
No.
Your kid wants a new car. You're gonna say no, even though I have unlimited money.
Yes. Like it does.
See,
Like
I
money
in
doesn't.
real circumstance, I disagree. You'd say that.
Money does
In
not.
the idea that you do have the $1 trillion.
No, money doesn't change the person though. I don't think. Like obviously, if you're selfish from the start, you're gonna be selfish no
Hell
matter
yeah,
what.
it does.
Huh?
Money changes everyone, dude. I
At a
will
certain
totally say
point,
that.
I agree. But if like, it's all in your mind. If your mind is strong, then it shouldn't be a problem.
But your mind isn't strong enough for the idea of being a god. The fact that you don't know that you wouldn't be ready to experience these faults shows me that your mind isn't strong enough for this. I know that it would happen, and I know that my mind isn't strong enough for it. I know that
I don't
because
think so.
it's
Look at a
awful what would happen.
bunch of like I don't know. I don't want to say like YouTubers, but I feel like those are like they are pretty well off. Like obviously they work for it and stuff, but like they're not going crazy. Like some of them just live normal lives. They're not going like every single day going like, okay, new car, let me buy it. New thing, let me
Well,
buy it.
hey, YouTubers don't have $1 trillion, but
But
B,
I'm not
we're
saying
talking
that.
about
But
a
they're
trillion.
also a lot richer than 90% of the people.
YouTubers make about a $2 million salary per year. I want to
Yeah,
count an
that's
average
good.
$10
Like
million
that's
salary.
comfortable though. Like
Yeah,
that's.
it's very good.
But
It's not a
they're
trillion.
not going crazy, being like, yep, I'm gonna buy every single thing that I see.
But they don't have $1 trillion. We got on the topic of $1 trillion, not 2 million a
Yeah,
year.
but
A
like
trillion you can buy everything you see. 2 million you can't.
but
I
like
mean, I want to buy an Apollo that's $16 million. I'm not fucking affording that shit.
but no, but like like obviously you wouldn't have a literal $1 trillion. I'm saying like enough to live comfortably without working. for the rest of your life is like just means you're stress free.
But also, I do want to say one more thing about the YouTubers is I want to take a look at a guy that did make a lot of money, and I think you already know who the fuck I'm gonna mention. That's Mr. Beast. You said money, money changes people is a perfect example of Mr. Beast. Okay, Mr. Beast is someone that is always trying to do more, and you fucking look at Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast is a fucking robot now, dude. You could watch people analyze this guy. His eyes don't go with his smile. Like his smiles on his thumbnails, his eyes don't psychologically
Bro,
match his
the
mouth
thumbnails are
smile.
fake though. I feel like that's pretty obvious. All
He
photoshopped.
takes the pictures behind the green screen. The entire point I'm trying to share here is the way Mr. Beast smiles isn't real, and Mr. Beast has even said that, like, he just wants to do more and more and more, and Mr. Beast, that's all he wants to do. Mr. Beast isn't happy. Dude, I can tell you Beast isn't fucking happy. It's so obvious, and look at him, he's going through such extended measures to just make more and more money he could spend on more and more things. Mr. Beast used to be a great guy who gave delivery drivers $5,000 a piece. If I asked Mr. Beast, he would have been like, hell yeah, man, you give me $1 billion right now, I'd be great with it. Like, I'm not talking about I know, the YouTubers that make comfortable salary, but also, even with comfortable salary, like, I also kind of would say, and this a lot of people would disagree with, is I want to make my money because I don't want my kid to look at me as a guy that won a lottery
Bro,
or the guy that worked and has experience and is able to put things together and use his mind to understand the economy and stuff like that. Like, I also want to say that, like, the idea of working is also something that's important.
okay, then like look at Dan TDM for example. He went on the YouTube grind back when he was like starting off. But like now look at him. Like he's like what, 30 something? Like 20, does he have 20 million? Yeah, he's over 20 million subs. He has a kid now. You don't see him spoiling his kid. But he has that time with
Of
his
course,
kid. But like he doesn't
but he's not a
need to
trillion.
worry about working. He's got the money. He can buy whatever he wants to buy. He has that money. Being one of like
Not whatever.
the biggest YouTubers
He
and
can't buy a
most
private
profitable.
jet.
Like he
He can't
has,
buy a private jet.
but no, but like why would you want a private jet? He's living a normal life with an excessive amount of money. That and like if what you're saying with $1 trillion is true, he would be spending cars. Why isn't his kid like just dripped out? Why is he not like doesn't why doesn't he have $1 million? And like everywhere he
Because I
goes.
just told you, Dan TDM doesn't have a $1 trillion. It's very simple. Dan TDM, listen, again, as you
But
said, he has
he
comfortable salary
has so
to
much
live
money.
in the day-to-day world. And listen, I also do, and I will say this. Listen, Dan TDM doesn't fucking have the $1 trillion money. See, thing of $1 trillion is, dude, and my point is, to go back to $1 trillion, yes, I believe Dan TDM did a great thing for himself. I would love to be Dan TDM in life and make a comfortable amount of money through YouTube and be able to live like that. But if I was given $1 trillion to me immediately, or to someone that wasn't Dan TDM, or like I'm gonna, and I have the chance. They put two in front of you. They go, do you want to fly on this jet, where you sit in a cramped economy seat, or we could take money that wouldn't damage your wallet and build you a two-floored private jet with an
Bro, but
Olympic-sized swimming
why do
pool,
you need that? Why would you
hot
need that?
tub.
Look, the debate isn't, oh, if you had $1 trillion, would you be able to live with it? The debate is, if you are rich and can live comfortably, you will never be stressed.
Hey, there's one reason you need that, because you can with $1 trillion,
Bro, but
and that's the point. That's the God complex.
it's
That keeps
not.
trying to
I
get done.
think you're thinking about this a bit too personally, bro. Like,
Bro,
honestly, I know a lot of people would think that way. But when I say it, I don't think that way. Like, again, Dan TDM, super rich, 100%, like a millionaire or something. Like with all his time, especially, he probably has a lot of investments. Like, he's living a normal life. He doesn't have the fanciest new car. He doesn't have the biggest house. He doesn't have a million butlers and a million servants and flying first class everywhere he goes. Private
he
jet,
doesn't have the
whatever.
money for that.
He's not like Taylor Swifting every single Sunday just to go buy groceries. He's living with his kid. His kid is growing up as a normal kid, going to a normal public school with just normal friends, In a normal life, normal day, he gets to spend time with his kid. They go to the park, they play, they eat normal
Tantinium is a
food.
Lamborghini.
Huh?
Tantinium is a Lamborghini, by the way.
Where?
Continue.
When?
He customized his own for a video a couple of years back. He literally bought one and like fucking did a diamond minecart shit with it.
All right, wait, let me look.
But wait,
Okay, he's
my
worth.
it-
Okay,
it-
he's worth 25 million. Okay.
you're saying at 25, he's worth. That doesn't mean he has it.
Okay, but I'm not saying that. But like, he
But
obviously has plenty enough money to live comfortably. But
so you're saying
that
that
that hasn't changed who he is. He's not some guy who's greedy after money, trying to buy the entire world and run the world. He's
again,
he's a
and
normal
you're
guy,
gonna,
living comfortably, spending time with his family, doing his passion of YouTube. He doesn't need to do YouTube anymore. So many people have just stopped posting, or like they post like once a week. I know he's obviously gone down with his posts to spend time with his family, but like if Mr. Beast wanted to, he could stop posting and just ride the waves of whatever, or like lower his video quality so much no one would care.
Beast could nah, bro. He has so much deals. He could not stop posting. You kidding me?
No,
He'd
okay,
be fucked.
I'm not. Again, you're looking at it from a business
But
standpoint.
wait,
I'm not.
because that's the point. Money
But
is business.
no, but that's the thing. I'm not. None of this is business. I'm just saying, if you
Wait,
have enough money,
oh,
you can live comfortably,
it's
without
all
stress. You would never be stressed again. But
no,
you're
wait.
you're saying, oh, about this career, businesses, contracts, bro. None of that, like all that, is just your perspective. But I'm not saying that at all.
My perspective is the idea that you need a job to make a lot of money.
Okay,
That's
but
how it
that
works.
none of that is what I said. I never said if you have a high paying job, you'll never be stressed. I just said if you have money, you will. If you're rich, you will never be stressed again. And
I'm
in
gonna
no
stop
way did
you
I
right
say
there.
if you have a million contracts, you'll be perfectly normal. If you had
I'm
a
gonna
trillion
stop you
trillion
right
dollars and
there.
a god complex, you'd live comfortably. I'm
I'm gonna
saying
stop you right
if
there.
you have money and you can live comfortably, you will never be stressed again. That's literally it.
You
And
100% said in the beginning of the video. I am so glad we recorded this. If you have a high-paying position and make money, you will never be stressed. I am
but
so
that's
glad
because
we
you turned it
recorded this.
into a business standpoint.
'Cause it's really all turns back to business. That's how you make the
It's
money.
not. It's not. But I'm not looking at it from a business thing. I'm saying if you have money, you are living comfortably. End of
Now back
story.
to Dan TDM. Now back to Dan TDM because I do want to talk about Dan TDM
No,
for a
but
second.
you're just gonna mess it up even more. But yeah,
No, I'm not gonna mess it up.
bro,
Dan
you're not
TDM.
understanding it though.
No, dude. The thing is I am looking at the idea that you're saying, and I am just turning it around, and I'm basically saying the grass isn't always greener, and don't think it is if you were never on that side of the grass. All right, because you don't know what is actually going on in Dan TDM's life. On the outside, it looks like a normal guy that's taking care of his kid. We could love him for that. Who the fuck says he's not depressed right now? He could be crying in his room over in the UK right now, and me and you could be talking about this. And like, also, he doesn't have $1 trillion. You're saying but Dan TDM's not buying 100 butlers, 100 cars. Yeah, I know, because he doesn't have the money for that.
But no,
I
but like,
guarantee, if he had $1 trillion, he would be a different person. If Dan TDM had $1
okay,
trillion, he'd be doing different things with his life.
but like, bro, look at his first video. Look at his latest video. He's gained millions of dollars between that. He's still the same person. He still has the same wife. He still has the same relationship. He still has the same. He's the money doesn't change him, and that's what I'm saying. The money doesn't change
How do you
everyone.
know? How do you? I would only accept that argument if it was personal connection. If I'm being honest, and yes, I know money doesn't change anyone, but that's because it gradually incomes to them. But you can't say that about Dan TDM. You don't know him. You can't sit here and tell me that Dan TDM is still the same person from his first video. You see him for 20 minutes playing a game where he's
Bro.
his happy Dan TDM self. He could be beating his son with a fucking belt as we speak,
Okay,
and you
bro,
wouldn't even know. That's what I'm trying to say.
I think
Like,
that's obviously the like. Bro, off-camera interactions say a lot. Like a lot of asshole celebrities get called out when they do like stupid stuff. But I'm saying he has more money than most people will ever have in their life. Like just straight up. No one is going to see 25 million dollars ever in their life. Right? Obviously like working for it, retirement, whatever. Like, yeah, there's ways to get money, but I'm saying, like, straight up, he has a lot more money than anyone else, and he isn't going crazy with it. He's not living in a 1,000 bedroom mansion. He doesn't have servants. He doesn't like go and fly in private jets whenever he feels like going out for lunch. He like
Well,
he's
it's not as much money as you think. Also, I just want to talk about this for a second. He has theoretically maybe about $700,000 he could spend per year. Because keep in mind, he's probably making, I'm gonna guess now in his current YouTube career, I'm guessing he probably has a couple million in the bank balance. I'm guessing maybe 3 million. But a lot of that money you can't just take out and spend immediately.
no, but
It's not like
I'm not saying that.
NTDM isn't past about 5 mil in his bank account. He can't go around and buy $1,000 mansions and cars. Like you keep saying you're not saying that, but you're saying like he's not buying $100 mansions and cars because he can't. And I'm not saying he would if he had the money, but I'm saying anyone would make their dream come true with their money. Beast's dream wasn't a $1,000 mansion. Mr. Beast's dream was to create ultimate challenges with amazing CGI and technical things. Elon Musk was to create his own rocket company and fucking go on Mars. Look at all these guys with all these money. One thing they have in common with these large sums amount of money is they made their dreams come true with their money. Or are trying to.
Bro. Okay, let me ask you this then. Let's say hypothetically our YouTube channel popped off, right? And we both had $1 million in the bank account. What would you do?
Probably see how I could double the money. Probably set it aside for different things.
Okay. Would you, let's say you had to take a flight, would you buy first class?
Depends if I know I'm gonna have I mean, it depends on the long duration.
Obviously.
Flight.
But okay, let's say it's a 3 hour flight. You buying first class?
No, there's no point. I don't even care at that point.
Okay. Are you gonna change as a person? Are you gonna become an asshole?
I don't know. Then
Bro.
I'm gonna say that truthfully. I'm gonna say that as truthfully as possible because I don't know. You never know how you could change. A girl can change you. Everything can change you. That's why they're called the 7 deadly sins. The 7 deadly sins can change you. And the worst part about them is that people think they don't. They say, no, that wouldn't change me. Lust can change people. Money and greed can change people. Sloth can change people. And like I said, I'm not even that much of a religious guy. I'm just kind of using this. Like, the worst part about them is that we say they won't change us. The best self-awareness in life is knowing what will change you.
No,
I don't know if I'm gonna be an asshole. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. I could end up being a jackass with $10 million.
No, but like I'm saying,
My
bro.
values change when I have that much money, bro.
But then
My
that means
values
that means that
change
you're
no matter
not a
what.
genuine person then.
But your values are always going to change with that money because a genuine person is going to switch up if things change in their lives.
I don't
That's
think
some
so.
of my-
Again,
My current values now are going to be different if I had a $10 million salary 5 years from now. I'm going to do different things with my life. That doesn't mean it's bad values or worse values, but my values are still going to be different.
again, like bro, back to Dan TDM. He has that money. He's the same person, living the same life.
But again, we don't know.
Bro, it's like everything. If anything bad happens, it comes out sooner or later. But like again, like it's
I can
It's
tell you
just
one thing
like-
about Dan TDM, and you could deny this. He's still not the same person completely. He has definitely changed in ways.
But
No one's the same person
yeah,
every
no
year.
one's the same person year to year. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
But I'm saying he didn't go from hard working 2 videos a day, editing all by himself, to just some asshole who's like, yeah, I got like 20 million on YouTube. Go fuck yourself. Like I'm so much better than you.
Yeah. I never said everyone turns into an asshole.
But
I
no,
just said
but I'm
I
saying
just said
he-
you never know.
he's an example of someone whose values have always been the same, just taking care of his family, making stuff that people enjoy, and just having fun. Like
I'm sure his values have changed since YouTube. The values. Listen, because people say if you keep your values, you're not genuine. But values change every fucking day. And I'm sure Dan TDM has changed his values. Every man's value is to take care of his family in some sort of way. I say every, maybe there's a select few who don't want one. That's perfectly fine. Okay, but everyone wants to take care of people they love and friends around them in certain ways. Even Mr. Beast, he loves fucking giving money to his friends. Look at Mac. He gave him 800,000 fucking dollars for a rigged competition.
But that's different.
But but listen. We don't know if his values changed, and I keep using this point because a genuine person isn't someone whose values don't change. A genuine person is someone who's going to come out and say, yes, I don't know. I'm being very genuine right now, saying that I don't know if my values would change. That is being genuine. Going, yeah, I don't fucking know. If you put $10 million in my hand? Who the fuck knows what's gonna happen to me? I'm gonna have to rethink my entire life if this channel takes off and I start making millions of dollars from it. It's not just gonna be, all right, chat, we living comfortably. And I go over to the table, cross my legs, and turn on the TV or I'm taking care of my family. Let's fucking go, everyone. It's like there's so much more values incorporated into your life too. That's the other thing. If you have money, how much of it am I gonna donate to charity? How much of it am I gonna spend on what? More values get implemented, and when values get implemented, you have to change and shift things around. You can't just keep it the same way as when you're a kid. Because it's easy to say that when you're a kid you want everything you look at, but or you just want this dream, but that dream is going to get interrupted and values are going to easily change. Dan TDM has had probably many things in his personal life that have changed his values that we don't know
I'm
about.
not okay. I'm not saying he's a one-to-one exact clone. Like the stuff I thought this year, I didn't think last year. How I felt this year, I didn't feel that. Like, I'm not saying it's one-to-one. I'm saying he was genuine at the start, just making money for his family, trying to make a career. Trying to just live comfortably, and that hasn't changed 10 years later. He's still making a career, spending time with his family, providing for his family, taking care of them, and just
Doesn't
making
diminish
stuff
my
that people
point at
enjoy
all, though.
watching.
It doesn't diminish my point at all, though.
But again, the whole thing is if you make $1 million a year doing absolutely nothing, just every January 1st, $1 million just gets put in your bank account. Okay, you can live stress free for the rest of your life. Okay, no business deals, no nothing. You don't run a company. You just sitting there. January 1st, $1 million come. Just
Okay, no,
whatever.
okay, I made this point before. No life is stress free. I want to get that out of the
Okay,
way before.
what causes
And
everyone stress, bro? Like, think about it. You go through school for like 12, 13. No, wait. High school's 12 years. Okay,
causing people stress is other people
you go through you
more
go
than
through
anything.
school for about 17 years if you're counting like the junior kindergarten, senior kindergarten. So, like 16, 17 years, right? Just to get a job. You go for that job to like buy stuff. But like, bro, name one person right now who's gone that route. Did the 17 years of school. Some even do more, like masters, PhDs, right? But I'm just saying standard undergrad, which like most people have. You get your normal job, right? Tell me which of them are like, yes, I love my life. I'm so happy I'm making like no money. I'm so happy that I can't buy anything I want to buy. I struggle
But who
just to
says
buy
you get no
groceries.
money for that?
Like the homeless race, bro. How many people are living in their cars now?
Those guys don't go to college, Tay.
Some of them
Those
do.
guys, no. Another point. A lot of homeless people, dude, they're drug addicts.
Okay, I'm not saying like 100% of homeless people, bro. I'm saying the ones that work their asses off, that go through the school, that do university, college, who get their undergraduate degree, who work, they don't have enough for groceries. Everyone, they most of them are living paycheck to paycheck. And I'm
Well,
saying
Tay,
if you didn't have that need, your stresses would be gone. Bills, you wouldn't need to
Tay,
worry about if you can put food on the table. You wouldn't need to worry about keeping the lights on. You would need to work overtime just to have a warm meal. And like
you gotta
that's
worry
it.
about personal connection.
Huh?
That's most. That's the most difficult thing of it all, bro. You said it yourself. I'm seeing other people on the streets and I'm making $1 million. Is that gonna make me happy?
What?
Is am I gonna? It's not a matter of. It also and this is I know we're talking about a million now. We're not talking about a trillion, so I'll diverge from it. But dude, personal connection is what I believe causes more stress than even finance. And you can disagree with that, but in a way, finance comes from personal connection. And
Bro.
nothing about personal connection in life is easy. And not even to mention, on top of that, I'm getting $1 million a year for doing nothing, and I'm seeing other people that are working hard and not getting $1 million per year for doing nothing. You think that's gonna make me happy knowing I'm getting a million for doing nothing?
But like,
You think
our
that's gonna make me feel satisfied as a person deep down inside?
but
You think I'm gonna
that's
feel like I'm worth shit if I
that
do that, bro?
that's already happening right now though. Like, think
Well,
about it. I'm not saying doing nothing, but every time you see that homeless person, you got that spare dollar. Most people don't just give it away. You're at the grocery store. You want to round up for the nearest dollar for the dying kids. Most people say no. It's not the fact that they don't have the money. Like, it that is still an issue. Like, it's not.
and bro, listen. Also, here's another thing that I think a lot of people do get wrong. And I do want to kind of get this a little bit out of the way here. Listen, a lot of homeless people, like a lot of homeless people, I mean, you do research, you watch interviews, a lot of homeless people, they will tell you in interviews. You can ask the guys on New York City streets. I've asked guys before. They've literally just said I fucked up in life. I was a bad kid. They've never told me I went to college, got a
Yeah,
PhD,
bro, that's
and
not
then got
again. Yeah,
fucked
that's not
over.
what I'm saying. You're diverging again.
No, you did say that. You did say people that go to college and then work paycheck to paycheck. I'm only diverging because right now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to say that like you are gonna have to put in some hard work in your life, and that's
Okay,
gonna be difficult.
bro. Again, not the original thing. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying if you're rich, you're not stressed. That's it. I'm not like
Very.
no business deal, no specific amount of money. If you're rich, you're not stressed. Like, that's it. I'm
Dude,
not saying if you had $1 trillion. I'm not saying God complex. I'm not saying you run a company. I'm not saying contracts. I'm not like anything. If you're rich, you cannot be stressed. You cannot be worried about what 99% of people are worried about in their life. That's it.
but yes, you can.
How?
Except you're worried about other things.
What
You're not
what
worried
what do
about
you
what 99% of people think about. And I will tell you, and I've gone through those other things in this call. You have other responsibilities if you're rich. And listen, you can be a guy that will say, I'm going to be a rich guy that doesn't do anything. But again, if you're making millions of dollars without doing anything, which is how you told me you're going to do it, then you're going to also look at the rest of your life saying, is that fair? That's number one.
bro,
Number
it's
two,
it's
relationships are harder when you're rich.
it's
Relationships are more difficult when you're rich. You don't know if wants you for your money, who you are. Like you will lose sense of self eventually as well if you start getting money for free. Sense of self comes from an idea of working hard and doing what you love as well.
bro, that's
There is plenty of psychological effects of people that have won lotteries. You will have stresses in your life no matter what. And
that's
that is my point in this argument.
that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying like, bro, I can't say you work hard and get the money because then you'd be like, oh, but contracts, but businesses, you would never step down. But I can't say free because then you're like, oh, then it's the complex of, oh, you if you get it for free, you don't feel it cheap, bro. I'm just saying if you're rich, you're not stressed. I'm not saying
But
anything
I'm
other than
saying
that.
it's more complicated than that. You're
But bro,
saying
you're
that, but that's a broad statement too.
that. But that's the
Like
point. That's the point. I'm not trying to be specific because I'm not gonna
you
say.
have to be specific in an argument like this.
But I'm
That's the
no.
whole point of the argument.
I just said what I said. I said if you're rich, your life is a lot less stressful, stress free.
It's a
I'm not
lot
saying
less
anything about that,
stressful. You could have started with that from the beginning,
bro. But
and I would have
I'm not
completely
saying you're
agreed.
suddenly gonna like worry about every single charity. You're suddenly gonna worry about, oh fuck, I got too much money. What am I gonna do? No, you just chill,
With a trillion, you are. That's what
bro.
I
But
said.
like,
With a trillion, you're gonna worry about that, and you don't have to trust me. But if you had a trillion, you would be worrying about stuff like
bro,
that.
no matter what, you can't be stressed. You can't have a bad day because there's nothing to have a bad day. Like, it's not. I'm saying the influence money has. Obviously, money cannot influence certain things, right? Like, it doesn't influence how in shape you are. It doesn't influence how smart you are. It doesn't influence how good you can drive a car. Like that's not what I'm saying.
Totally influences
But like,
all of those, by the
n-
way.
what?
Totally influences all of those.
Money
I
money
mean,
affects how good you can drive a car.
look at Ozempic. It costs $10,000. Do you see the people that fucking take it and lose all that weight? Look at,
Bro,
I
that's
mean,
again
money affects
you're
how you can drive
going.
a car. My dad doesn't have time to teach me how to drive a car. If he was rich, he'd
Bro,
just buy a fucking
that's not
driver's
what I'm
license.
saying. I'm saying if you had your full license and you had $1 million, it'd be no different than if you had the exact same car, the exact same license, and $2.
You said
But
it doesn't teach you how to drive a car better.
I know that, bro. I'm saying it doesn't change how you drive a car. Like
$1 million?
you're still the same person. I'm
Yeah, you
not,
drive it in a Corvette because you have money.
bro,
That's what probably 90% of people would do. That's my point.
bro. That's not what I'm saying though. I'm saying if you're stressed about driving this, let's say you're driving the one car, car A. Okay, car A. If you're stressed about driving car A because you're just stressed about driving, having $1 billion will not make you any less stressed about driving because it's the driving that is stressing you out.
Buy a chauffeur.
But keep it. That's not. I'm not saying you, bro. That's not the point I'm trying to get at. I'm saying, regardless of the money, driving would stress you out regardless,
Well, I
right?
could
So,
do things to nullify it with money.
bro.
I
Okay,
can get a
okay. But
chauffeur.
just bear with me here, okay? I'm saying the driving will still stress you out, money or no money. But when I say if you're rich, you'll be stress free, I don't mean the driving will suddenly become less stressful. Obviously, if driving stresses you out, it will stress you out no matter what. But I'm saying worrying about putting food on the table will never stress you out again. Like
That's not what you said.
skydiving might still stress you out. If it stresses you out when you're broke, it'll stress you out when you're rich. I'm not saying you're suddenly gonna get over your fear of heights. I'm saying
But that's not what you said.
you're not
That's
gonna
my.
you're not gonna be
But
stressed,
you're learning my point right now.
bro.
Actually, you're saying back what I was trying to teach you. You originally said for your beginning statement that I don't think people with money can be stressed. Period.
Bro, because
Unless they came in with a better
you're
plan.
adding so many variables that just I'm not including. I'm just saying 99% of people are stressed financially. You're rich, you're not stressed, you live happy. Done. I don't care where
But
you get the money from, I don't care how you got it, I don't care how you spend it. You're rich,
my point
you're not stressed.
is life isn't as simple as that, dude.
But
You
I'm not trying to make it simple. I'm not trying to make it complicated either. I'm just
It's
saying.
always going to be complicated. That's the point of the argument.
But
If I argued it simplistically, in a perfect world, I could argue this simplistically and I could go, yeah, of course, on the baseline. You always have to dig deep in things. In order to find the answer, you have to dig deep in things. You can't make a broad statement or a base statement. You always have to dig deep and take in variables. That's how you become successful and make money. Actually, like you gotta look at everything. You can't just say something and look at it from the base. You got to be able to break something down. That's something simple. Like, it's a statement that I was like, I want to just break this down. Yes, you're not gonna worry about putting food on your table, but there's gonna be other worries that might come into
Keith,
factor.
but
That's what I'm
I'm
saying.
not including those. I'm just saying you will be a lot less stress free
You're not
financially.
including those, but they're included.
Huh?
You're not including those, but they're included. Like,
Bro,
and
but
again,
I'm
if
not
you
trying
said
to
that,
include them.
if you said that, this debate wouldn't exist. If you said the statement you just said, where you will not be stressed financially if you have a bunch of money, this debate wouldn't exist.
Because most
But
people aren't stressing about, oh my god, do I give money to the homeless or not? Oh my god, do I donate to charity? Oh my god,
people with a trillion are. That was my
bro,
point when you bought up a
why,
trillion dollars.
But I'm saying if you're just rich, no price tag, no quantity. If
But
you're
I was just
rich,
answering your question about the $1 trillion.
okay, but like $1 trillion was just because you kept bringing business into it. So I just gave a number. That way you wouldn't be like, oh my god, contracts. Oh my god, businesses. Oh my god, owning a business. I'm just saying, rich, no number, no quantity, no nothing. Okay, just rich on paper. You can live stress free. Relationships obviously still same shit,
Nothing's on paper, dude. That's
huh?
my point. Nothing's on paper. It's my point.
But this,
Like, it's great
but
to
I'm
say it broadly. You can't say it broadly,
but
though.
I'm not also saying this as a like a realistic live by and die by kind of thing. I'm saying if you're rich, you can live stress free. Because most people go through their life stressing about money. That's the biggest stress of like 99% of people. I'm just saying you can be a lot less stressed. The biggest thing you have to worry about is what time you're getting up in the morning. Like, come on. But I'm saying if the biggest thing you're worrying about is putting food on the table, making sure that you can feed your family and keep a roof over your head and not worry about having to sell your house, then you are living stress free.
Dude, that's still not my point though, right?
That's the whole. That's what I've been saying. That's what like. That's what I
You
meant when I
said
said it.
stressors. My point in this, and this is really the cars lesson I kind of want to get behind, is two things. The two quotes I want to kind of take a jab at here. And that is that A, the grass isn't always greener. That's the first thing. Don't, and this is a lesson to everyone. Don't comment on something until you've experienced it. That's first of all. I could say life is better in Canada when I've never lived there, and I could go and fucking hate it. That's the first thing. All right, and of course life is probably more stress free when you have money, but I'm saying you never know, and this debate is kind of useless when it's two people that haven't been rich. If we were two guys that went from poor to rich, this would be a fair debate. That's the first thing. And the second thing is you gotta break it down. I know you're getting the point when you're saying now that your life is free of financial stress of bills and putting a roof
Okay,
over
but
your head.
that's what I meant when I said it though.
But my point is that stress isn't just that, and stress evolves once you've taken care of basic needs. That's what I'm trying to point out. Is that stress finds a way to evolve once you've taken care
Bro,
of your
it's
basic needs
like
in life.
again that, but like stress isn't that. Stress was the fight or flight to survive, not life. Like, oh my god, I gotta drive a car.
That's what stress evolved into
Okay,
because
but I'm
all our
saying,
needs have been met. Our
if you
body needs
suddenly
something
don't
to
have to worry
function.
about money, you're not gonna be stressing about what time you have to wake up in the morning. That's all.
Says who? You don't know your
Bro, why
situation.
why would you ever be stressed about waking up in the morning? Oh, I gotta wake up at 8:10 instead of 8:05.
Dude, I could just because I have money doesn't mean I won't have relationships. A kid might scream. I might have to like do stuff. I still have to commit to things if I have money. I still have to wake up. If I have money, I most likely have a job I have to wake up for.
Okay, but again,
If
I'm
I'm
not saying this
if
with a
I'm
job. I'm
retired, I'm chilling, but that's retirement. I already made my money. So good for me, but that's retirement. That's why we live in a kind of system like that. I mean, dude, like my point is very clear this whole time. It's never diverged.
Bro, I think you're missing the point here. You're making it too realistic, but I didn't say it as an in-depth thing.
Because it is realistic.
Okay, but I didn't say it
It's life.
as like
Talking
a.
about life. No, we're talking about life. It's always going to be realistic, and we always have to take every situation into factor. Yeah, I looked at this insanely deep and asked questions about everything, but that's how you intellectually break something down. If I said, and that's why debates exist with tons of information. If I said something as simple as, well, the quality on my notebook paper is bad, without giving any specific reason why it's bad, or if I said production for milk or eggs was bad, and then I didn't fucking give reason, I'm gonna get cooked because I also have to. But instead, I say production of eggs is bad because of mistreatment of the chickens. They tag the chickens, they take them in, they make them, they feed them on very harsh preservative chemicals. Like, if you just said from the beginning, it makes you more financially free of being able to put roofs over heads and shit like that, I'd say, of course it does. You know what I'm saying? That's my point. I never missed the point. I just tried to get I get the point that you don't have to worry about food or putting a roof over your head.
But
But that's not just stress. That's my point.
no. But when I say it, bro, the again, 99% of people, their biggest stress is money. So when I say stress free, I mean like what else are you gonna stress about? If your biggest
Dude,
stress is money, then clearly whatever else is stressing you out isn't as important. So it just takes it down.
dude, if you look if you look at just basic human psychology, and I've said this, you will find new things to stress about. And you might not say, "Oh, they're not going to be as bad as not putting a roof over my head," but they still feel the same
Okay, but
stress-wise to you regardless. they still feel the
Again,
same. They may not have as big of importance, but
it's
I'm gonna
it's
be
as a
stressing
person,
about things every day.
bro. But that's you. I'm not saying as you. I'm saying me. If I was rich, I would never be stressed again.
But Tay,
Done.
Tay, I'm
End of
looking
story.
at it. I'm looking at it like I'm a human. That's the thing. I'm looking at it like I know it would be great if I had the money. You can't say about yourself that you would never be stressed if you have money. You can't properly say that. You could argue for hours. I would do this. I would do that. Dude, you have to get in a position where you do have money. And then you gotta show me that you will like that this shit's gonna happen because you will be stressed again. And that's human nature. Like you will get in fights with family members and go to bed crying one
Okay,
night.
bro. But that's not. But that
That's
happens. That
going
happens to everyone, whether you're rich or not. Like that's not what I'm saying. I'm
yeah,
not saying you suddenly
that's
become rich, your life is perfect.
always gonna happen. Stress is always gonna happen.
Bro, I'm not. Okay, okay.
You said your life would be stress free. That means zero stress. Zero. Zero. The Indians made it up. Alright? You didn't say it would be free of financial burdens or stress. If you said that from the beginning, this would have been cleared. Same with
Okay,
yourself. If you had money and you said I would no longer have financial burdens or stress, and after I got my money, I would say, hell yeah, you wouldn't. I know you wouldn't. But you would totally have stress and have stressors in your life if you have money.
bro. But I was looking at this from my perspective. If I got rich, I would never be stressed again. That's what I. That's when I said. That's why I said it. Cause
You're not in Rich Tay's perspective, though.
I'm not. I'm not, bro. I'm not saying I am. I'm saying if I was rich, I would have nothing else to worry about. I can take care of my family, pay for that, buy like finish paying the mortgage, put food on the table, live comfortably. I'm not saying suddenly my life would be perfect. Everyone I walk up to just loves me. Everyone I talk to is just using me. I'm saying right now, my family would live comfortably. I would live comfortably. I can retire my grandparents who have been working for a long ass time. And then done. And I'm not saying that I would never fight with another person. I'm not saying I would ever never be stressed about, oh my god, it's like, it's thunderstorming. Oh no, I'm going to be perfectly fine. Or, you know, oh, there's a mass murder on the loose. Yeah, I'm perfectly fine because I'm rich. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, like, what else do you have to worry about? Like, you just be chilling.
And listen, bro, in a perfect world, that's how it goes down. In a perfect world, that's what I say. Because let me tell you something. And this is gonna
Bro,
suck to hear.
the stuff that stresses
It's
you
never
out
gonna be a
doesn't
perfect
stress
world.
me out. That's the thing.
What?
The stuff that stresses you out doesn't stress me out.
I know, but
But
that's not my
but
point.
that's
My point
but
is
that's why I
two
said
things.
when I said it stress free, I was thinking of me. Like my
Two things.
biggest stress is financial stress, bro. Like the money
Exactly.
I'm making
And
from work is also going towards like living, like surviving.
exactly. So it's your current. But
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
saying by human nature, you will develop stresses later on. But I want to get back to what you just said before about if you have money. In a perfect world, that would all be amazing. But there's no such thing as a perfect world. All right?
I'm not
At,
saying there is,
there is
bro.
going to be a place where something goes wrong. I am giving money to people around my family. There is going to be a place where something goes wrong. There is no
Okay, bro,
perfect
I'm
world
not saying you're
where
gonna
I
live
make a ton
perfectly.
of
I
money
bro.
and retire everyone peacefully and I live happily with some minor stressors like, ooh, um, what am I gonna wear for the dance tonight? I'm always gonna have severe problems in my life, bro. No matter what.
Bro,
And they could be
I'm not saying your world suddenly turns into a fucking fairy tale. I said, me right now, if I was rich, my life would be stress free. I am not saying that my family's gonna live forever. Nothing bad is ever gonna happen. I'm gonna be happy every single day. Bro, I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying right now, currently, within this time frame, right now, today, I would be stress free. I'm not
I'm so
saying that everyone's gonna live forever. I'm not saying if someone dies, I'm gonna be like, oh, whatever, what the fuck, like, ha ha ha, ha, it sucks to be you. I'm still alive. I'm saying, yeah, that would stress me out. That would be sad. That would suck. But I'm saying right now, and everything that's happening right now at this current time, if I was rich, my life would be stress free. And end of story. I'm not saying in the future. I'm not saying in the past. I'm saying currently, right now, sitting here recording this podcast, it would be stress free. I'm not saying
yeah,
nothing.
for 10 minutes.
Okay, but
I
that
mean,
but
dude,
that's
you have
what I
to
meant when
figure.
I said I never gave a time frame. I just said you
You
just
said your
live.
life, not your 10 minutes.
Okay, but I'm not
Because
also.
my point is also is that, and I've said this 1,000 times, you don't know what's gonna
But
happen to you
I'm
the
not saying that
like
I
you're
do
about to
know.
take
I'm not
now.
saying that I do know, bro. Like the stress would come and go. Like
Bro, what I'm saying is that you have no fucking idea. So don't go around because I said I didn't want to use personal experience. I know personal experience of I'm like, yeah, I barely fucking knew my rich uncle. But like personal experience from within my own family. And I can tell you one thing right now that they're like, if yeah, bro, if someone came to my fucking house and was like, Cars, you get fucking $5 million, dude. We're helping you out with everything. Yeah, I'd be stress free for the next fucking 6 months. Sure. But like again, you can't acquire money like that. That's my first point. That's the most important part. And B, like it's just impossible. You can't acquire money like that. And B, you could say, well, a lottery, but so fucking low chance. Don't even fucking mess with lotteries. And B, yeah, but dude, you don't know your ideals. You said you will live your life stress free. Your life is day to day. Your life isn't specific moments where you might get a great thing to happen. I believe that instead of focusing on money, and I'm gonna tell you something. I went to Indonesia. This is the part I wanted to end this off with. Let me tell you something. The houses there, the average house there cost maybe $2,000. The houses, and they were the happiest people I ever met. They were the least stressed people I ever met because they to each other, and this truly needs to happen. Not more money, any of that shit. Their families all interacted and helped each other out, and they were grateful. They weren't saying, I wish I had $1 million to help cure this. They were grateful for what they currently had. And that's what's most important to a stress-free life. And that's that's what I'm trying to say. The most important thing to a stress-free life is being grateful for what you have. More ruins you.
bro, but I'm saying I'm not a more person, bro.
But I'm also saying with like I'm also saying we don't know what we do with greed. Just like how we don't know what we'd. I got back to the topic of the seven deadly sins. Like the scary part about them is that they could take over us and we won't even realize. Let's look at sloth. Let's go to another one.
Who's sloth?
Are there times you can't get up? It's laziness.
Oh,
You can't get up and do something like you get addicted to short form or some shit and you procrastinate. Procrastination sloth. You don't want to. I could say right now, no, I'm not the kind of person to procrastinate an important task. But like, do we really know when the time comes if I'm gonna end up procrastinating it or not?
bro, but like, okay, then let me rephrase it. If you're rich, you will be stress free from permanent stress things. If your parents die, you are not going to be stressed about that every single day for the rest of your life. Like, yeah, it's going to suck, but it's not going to cause you stress.
I don't think it caused me stress for a decade. But okay, let's say my entire country is getting destroyed. Let's go very exaggerative for this.
Bro, okay, but
Let's say I accidentally piss off a cartel.
like again, I'm saying this from just living a normal life.
You never know that you are gonna live a normal life.
Okay, but when I say it, I'm saying it as if you're gonna live a normal life. You're not gonna be some asshole. You're not gonna be the people obsessed with buying fancy cars. You're gonna prioritize function over form every single time.
My only point is you just can't make a statement like that in my world. In my world, you gotta back shit up with a lot of fucking evidence. Like, I can't take a statement like that and go, sure. I gotta deeply look at it. And I mean, I truly believe the most important stressor free in life is just being grateful.
But I'm
Just
not,
sit
bro.
down
I'm
with
not saying
three
you
things
wouldn't be
every night.
grateful. I'm not saying you wouldn't.
No, but I'm not talking about the money right now. Also want to get that across. I'm not talking about the money right now. I'm just talking about life in general, like, because we've obviously been talking about it the whole time. Like, that's what I think is the most important part of stress free. And a lot of people think it's money, and it's like, it's really a perspective change that's gonna get you to be the happiest in life. That's kind of my point here. We're talking about stress free lives. That's what we're mainly talking about. Not even money. Money's an idea. It's a man-made thing. All right, and yes, it will totally help with certain things, but make your money, make your important businesses, live your life, make your friends. That's my fucking advice. Don't focus on. I mean, don't say to yourself now, well, I'm having trouble, but I'll be rich and it will fix everything or something like that. Or don't be like, oh, I'm getting fucking bullied or something, but I'll be rich in 2 years, so it doesn't fucking matter. I mean, or also, like, best way to make your money, bro, make connections. Meet people. An abundance of good people in your life is the most important thing. 2, if you can't get food on the table, who might be there for you to put food on your table? That's the Kars advice.
Bro, I still think you're like not understanding.
No, I totally understand. I just said such a complicated answer to what you said that it's hard to process everything I said into
No,
an actual
I just think I'm
or
like,
a more logical statement. I'm saying it's not logical. That's the thing.
okay, but I'm
We
saying
think differently.
it's I'm when I say it for me. I'm not saying it for every single person on this planet.
What I'm saying is, well, first of all, you said rich people, not me.
I said
Um,
if you're rich,
Yes, if
you
you're.
will live stress free. As in, but I
If
was
you said
saying,
if I was, then that would be a little different.
but I'm saying it from the perspective of how I perceive it, like my life, not some random person's life, not anyone else's life. But when I say it through mine. That's all.
Yeah, my point during this, I'm gonna break it down in a very simple, logical point, so you could finally get it.
Bro,
Or
I
we can
I
have
get what you're saying, but I'm saying that's not how I meant the question. That's not how I meant the statement. That's
No,
all.
wait. Your statement is that stress, you will be happy for the rest of your life without stress. Let's say you, let's get rid of the your, talking to other people. If you can have a secure income for the rest of your life. My only point for that was my only point, and I'm going to dim this up so logically into 3 words. You never know. That's all I'm going to say.
Bro, but I'm not saying I do know. I'm not saying that I'm predicting every single future thing.
Of course, life would be better, and I agreed with that from the beginning. But it's not going to be perfect and stress-free.
Bro, but that I'm not including stuff. I'm just saying, just based off that, obviously, you'd be stress free. I'm not saying you're suddenly gonna like never have anything bad happen to you again. I'm just saying you'd be stress free. That's it. I'm not including
what?
anything going wrong. I'm not including anything going right. I'm just saying.
But you have to include that. That's my point.
But that's not what I'm saying though. I'm trying to emphasize the fact that money makes life easier. I'm not trying to emphasize the fact that
Of course it
it's
does.
the solution
I
to
know.
every problem.
But then why didn't you say life makes money easier? Why'd you say it makes life stress free?
Because the biggest stress of life is money. Everyone goes their entire life trying to get more money. That's it.
Only certain people.
But everyone, bro, unless you're rich, you go to school to get a job. You get a job to take care of people.
Of course, but bro, again, the point you said, if you're rich, you're stress free. And I said, you never know. And I will always stand by that. And like that's not even a matter of bad things happening to you in life. Because dude, if I'm rich and my whole family leaves me because they hate me in 3 days, I'm
But
fucking stress free as that.
I'm not saying that's gonna happen. But I'm
You
also not
have
saying
to
that's
keep
not
that
gonna
event.
happen. Bro,
You have to keep that event into consideration. And I do have to end this off because I do have to dip soon. But I do kind of want to just say here, since we're speaking broadly, just keep everything in consideration. Because you never know what other people could be going through. Because that also goes, what if you see a rich person, you point to them and go, bro, they're so lucky. I wish I were them. You gotta count every stressor to truly be able to understand what a stress-free life would be. That's my point.
okay, but I'm saying,
If you said stress-free financially, it would make 100% sense.
okay.
Listen, bro, the fact we could even have this conversation, like, most people can't even have these debates anymore. All right? We're just, using logic. It's just upside. No one won, no one lost. We just made our points. All right? We stand by what we want because that's what's going to make us the most stress free. Is standing by what we want. It's the freedom of thinking. Right? So listen, that's why this was a great thing. Because it gives us freedom of thinking. And that's like the true freedom. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I have to dip this function. Say,
Yeah.
a very, very wonderful night.
Yeah, you too.
I was going to say the PC29, but I have to go and pick up stuff for like groceries. Another chore dumped. Don't take this debate personal though. That's my point. Don't worry. All right. Not calling you dumb. I'm not
No,
saying
I'm not
anything
saying
except
you are. I just
I'm saying
really,
I'm right.
I think you just missed the whole point. You took it too realistically and too literally, when in no way did I mean
It
it.
is realistic.
But that's
We're
not how
talking
I
about
meant
real
it.
life here. We're talking about real life here, though, are we not? What were we talking about? What were we talking about? Real life?
Well, no, I'm not saying it's not real life. I'm saying you'd be stress free. I'm not saying your family wouldn't die. I'm not saying they will die. I'm just saying it would be stress free up until something else happens. Even then, money is the permanent stress. It's not like you wake up, go to your job, come home, be like, yeah, I'm not stressing anymore about money. But that job interview or that date, when the date's done, the stress is gone. But when your job is done, you still stress about putting food on the table. That's all I'm trying to get at.
There's so much other personal stress than money. I mean, yeah. I
Money
mean,
is the
dude.
world's longest term stress, and it's the most consistent one. I'm saying your life would be stress free because all other stresses would be temporary. You would not need to worry about getting up in the morning because once you get up, you're up. That's it. The stress is gone. Once you drive to your destination, the stress of driving is gone. Once you finish that date, the date is gone. The stress is done. But the job,
It's not true, though.
having to work 9 to 5, having to work every single day, when you get home from your job, you still have to go back, do it again, because you don't have enough money to put food on the table. That stress is still there. You're still worried about having money every single week for food, but you're not worried about what you're gonna wear to the date 3 years
Okay,
after the date.
hey, so let me tell you something. I have a permanent stress that isn't money. I'm willing to bring this out. This can't be. All right, but dude, I have OCD, like bad OCD. That's fucking with me my whole life. I mean, I don't think people actually understand how bad that mental illness is. It's fucking awful. That's a permanent stress I can't fucking fix, dude. Money or without. I am going, and there are many people that have stuff like schizophrenia, ADHD. I mean, mental. There's so much other stressors. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you there, but I'm saying money is the
And that's the permanent
permanent
stress.
stressor. But okay, but
No,
that's obviously that's
hear my
dependent.
point.
But that's dependent on the person. Like me, I don't have that. So when I say it, I'm not thinking about that. Obviously, it will obviously impact and affect stuff. But I'm
I never
saying
said it
me.
wouldn't help your life, though. I just said it wouldn't make it stress-free, which was your original statement.
Okay, but I'm saying
That is,
like I don't have that, so I don't have that permanent stress. That's it.
but all I'm saying is permanent stress doesn't really matter if you're gonna have a multitude. I mean, yeah, it matters to cure permanent stress. Clearly, that's not what I said. I messed that line up. And I do actually have to go, so I'm gotta end this. But
Okay.
it's very simple what I'm trying to say here, and that's yes. I mean, the idea of permanent stress can go away if you get money, but I also truly do believe that a part of life, and this sucks for people to hear, is you gotta work hard and you gotta be smart. I mean, you gotta think like we're trying to do with this YouTube channel here and other things. You gotta fucking Andrew Tate this shit. How can I make the most out of my money? Like, it's truly is. It's not a socialist world like half of what Canada is. It's kind of a world where you have to go in and use your own logical decisions to make your own money. And yeah, honestly, you get money handed to you. That's gonna fix that. The only point I'm trying to make with this here is that the idea of making money, and you could say, oh, so much people stress over it, but I mean, it all relates to other factors, dude. It's a very complicated idea. And yeah, you wouldn't be stressed about money. No fucking shit. But, I mean, permanent stressors don't matter if it's also a temporary stress that hits you for a year and then a temporary stress after that. After your permanent stress, it's still the same stress.
Bro, but like
Just
that.
in
But
different
what about
ways, but
school?
that temporary stress is going in and out.
You stress about the assignment. You finish that assignment, but then you get another one. Like
Exactly, it's what I'm saying.
no, but
See,
I'm
money is
saying once the
permanent,
assignment's
school
done,
is
the
not.
stress is gone. But you're not stressed about the assignment after getting the assignment.
But you don't know how long the assignment's gonna be, and you could get another year assignment right after.
Okay, but I'm not saying you will. I'm not saying you won't. But I'm saying you won't live the rest of your life stressed about money, which is gonna stress you out every day,
Yeah,
regardless of what else is happening.
perfect. Money. That's all it has to be done.
Bro,
You will live stress-free without financial stress for the rest of your life. That was what I was saying. I was breaking this down very, very complicated. And just kind of like looking at it in 100 different perspectives and saying it's a broad statement. And I hate broad statements, if I'm being honest. And I'm gonna say this to you. Don't worry about money yourself. You're gonna fucking make it. Alright? The saddest part is, and people think that it's mean to say this, you can't worry about other people till you've helped yourself. Alright? I guarantee you will make money. Alright? But don't, just fucking be smart. Alright? That's my
I'm not saying be stupid.
Bro, I'm not even on the idea of making money for stress-free anymore. I'm talking to you. Because this is clearly giving me an understanding that you're worried that you're not going to be able to make money. Because, bro, truth be told, and yeah, maybe you could say I don't have a place in this argument if this is true. But the fact that I have the guts to say this is fine. I'm not worried about not making money later in my life. My dad's a genius, and he's teaching me everything I need to know, and he's talking me through about how you can set yourself up for a successful life. It's not really a worry for me. And yeah, I'm a fucking American kid in a first world country. I can't be talking about people that struggle to put meals on their table. But I'm just saying, like, bro, listen. If it helps you, go for it. But it will never heal every stress. My only point from the beginning. Now, before we get back in the same circle again, I do have to go. I will see you,
Alright,
bro.
bro.
I do have to go. I do not want to go in another lap again, because we have been saying the same stuff 20 times each. So
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good.
Let's go. I want no ill feelings out of this.
No.
All right.
Civilized.
I do want to
Listen.
say this, bro. I will give you the stress of no financial money. I will help make this channel big, and you will help, and we won't have that anymore. And then we could see if I was right or you were right.
Yo, bet. Social experiment.
That's all I'm gonna say. All right, bro. Have a wonderful night.
Yeah,
Talk
you
to
too.
Diane. I will catch you.
Alright. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did like this debate, you can see more. As we can make debates into the podcast, whatever. If you want us to debate about anything or talk about anything, as always, let us know. Also, make sure to like, dislike. If you dislike, let us know why. Let us know in the comments how we can provide the best viewing experience. But yeah, this was kind of just a fun perspective thing. Of course, Kars said there's no hard feelings. Like, simple debate. Kars and I debate all the time. We have the biggest debates about the Canada versus America kind of stuff. Like, we're used to debating. Like, this is like a normal thing for us, so don't worry. But it's all in fun. It's all about just perspective. Like, that's the whole point of a debate. Seeing the other person's perspective, and based off that, trying to make a better judgment, right? Because if you go your whole life with one opinion, you're never going to grow. But if you get other opinions, you get to see different sides of the story, right? And different sides can show different angles. Different perspectives can create different thoughts. Like, it's all fun. But yeah, make sure to subscribe too, be notified. Like I said, we got some big posts coming, really good stuff coming up. So stay tuned for that. If anyone's made it an hour and 30 minutes, is our long. We debated the whole time for an hour and 30 minutes. That's crazy. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Take it easy, guys.